The human ship drifted at the edge of the salvage belt. It was old. So was the man inside it. Jonah Mercer had retired 3 times. The war never really let him go. He carried it in his knees, in his hands, in the way his eyes never stopped measuring distances. The salvage belt had once been a battlefield. Now it was quiet. Broken hulls spun slowly in the dark, metal ghosts of fleets that had burned themselves out. Jonah liked quiet places. Quiet did not demand anything. His sensors chirped once. Then again, he frowned. Something was broadcasting a life signal, weak, old pattern. Not standard human. Not any common trade species either. Jonah leaned forward and magnified the scan. The source was a derelict cruiser. Ancient design. Pre-Alliance era. Its hull was cracked. Its engines were dead. No heat except for a single pocket near the aft section. Someone was living in it. Jonah cursed under his breath. Salvage law said derelicts were fair game. Rescue law said you helped anyone alive. He adjusted course. The old ship groaned as thrusters fired. It slid closer to the cruiser. Jonah ran another scan. The life form was large. Very large. Mass estimates kept jumping. That was not normal. He remembered stories from the war. The ones people laughed at after a few drinks. The ones about dragons. Most species called them drakes. Ancient, proud. Almost all of them were gone. They had not survived modern war. Jonah felt something twist in his chest. He docked carefully. Magnetic clamps locked with a dull thud. The airlock of the derelict barely responded. Jonah forced it manually. Stale air drifted out. Cold, dry, smelling faintly of old smoke and rust. Jonah stepped inside. The corridor lights flickered when his suit lamp passed over them. The walls were scorched in places. Claw marks gouged deep lines in the metal. That confirmed it. He moved slowly. No sudden sounds. No weapons raised. The war had taught him one thing. Fear killed faster than claws. He followed the heat signature to the cargo bay. The door was bent inward, as if something strong had forced it shut long ago. Jonah pressed the release. The door slid open with a scream of metal. Inside the cargo bay lay a dragon. She was massive. Even curled in on herself, she filled half the space. Her scales were dark red, fading to black along her back. Some were cracked. Some were missing entirely. Old scars crossed her flanks. Deep, ugly war scars. Her wings were folded tight. The left one sagged wrong. She lifted her head when Jonah stepped in. Golden eyes locked onto him. The heat in the room spiked. Jonah froze. He slowly removed his helmet and set it on the floor. He raised both hands, empty. "I am not here to fight," he said. His voice echoed softly. The dragon did not move. Smoke curled from her nostrils. Her chest rose and fell in shallow breaths. "You are hurt," Jonah said. Her eyes narrowed. "I can leave," he continued. "I can also help." The dragon spoke. Her voice was low, rough, but clear. "Humans do not help dragons," she said. Jonah swallowed. "They used to," he said. "Before the war got stupid." Her gaze softened for just a moment, then hardened again. "You should go," she said. "I do not wish to kill you." Jonah nodded once. "I believe you," he said. "That is why I am staying." He sat down on a crate. Slow, careful. The dragon tensed but did not strike. "My name is Jonah," he said. "I was a soldier. A long time ago." Silence stretched. "My name," she said at last, "is Ashara." Jonah inclined his head. "You are far from home," he said. Ashara laughed. It was bitter. "There is no home," she said. "The stars burned it." Jonah did not argue. He had seen worlds burn. "You are living on emergency rations," he said, glancing at the scattered power cells and scorched debris. "That ship cannot support you much longer." "I know," Ashara said. "That is why I chose it. It will end quietly." Jonah felt anger rise. Not at her. At the universe. "No," he said. Ashara's eyes flared. "You do not get to decide that," she snapped. Jonah met her gaze. "I did not survive 3 wars to watch someone give up," he said. "Not even a dragon." She studied him. "Why do you care?" she asked. Jonah looked away. "Because someone once stayed for me," he said. "When I did not want to keep going." Ashara shifted. Pain rippled across her body. "My wing is broken," she said. "My fire is weak. My people are gone." "You are still here," Jonah said. He stood slowly and walked toward a storage locker. He opened it and pulled out a medkit. Ashara watched every move. "I cannot fix a dragon," Jonah said, "but I can stabilize injuries. At least enough to get you somewhere safe." "There is no safe," she said. Jonah smiled faintly. "That is what we used to say in the trenches," he said. "Turns out safe is something you build." He approached her wing, careful, respectful. "May I?" he asked. Ashara hesitated, then nodded. The damage was bad. Fractured bones, burned membranes, old, untreated wounds. Jonah worked for hours. He cleaned. He sealed tears with polymer foam. Ashara did not scream. She did not cry. When he finished, he was exhausted. "You should have let me die," she said quietly. Jonah wiped his hands. "I have buried enough friends," he said. "I am done with that." The next days blurred together. Jonah moved his ship closer. He rigged power lines. He brought food. Proper food. Ashara slowly grew stronger. They talked. About the war, about lost fleets, about songs humans and dragons used to share before politics poisoned everything. Ashara told him how her clutch had burned in orbit. Jonah told her how he had watched a hospital ship explode because someone wanted a tactical advantage. Pain recognized pain. Weeks passed. Ashara could stand again. Her fire burned brighter. One day, Jonah showed her a star map. "There are human worlds rebuilding," he said. "They remember dragons. Some of them owe their survival to you." Ashara stared at the map. "I am tired," she said. "So am I," Jonah replied. "That is why we stopped fighting alone." She looked at him. "You would travel with me?" she asked. Jonah chuckled. "I was going to ask you the same," he said. Ashara smiled. A real smile. Sharp and beautiful. They left the derelict behind. The human ship was not designed for a dragon. They modified it. They laughed when systems failed. They fixed them together. When they arrived at the colony world, people stared. Some in fear. Some in awe. Ashara landed carefully. Jonah walked beside her. A child stepped forward. Are you a monster? The child asked. Ashara lowered her head. No, Jonah said gently. She is family. Ashara's eyes glimmered. She knelt and offered a small flame that danced without heat. The child laughed. News spread fast. A dragon had returned. Alive, not alone. Jonah declined interviews. Ashara declined titles. They stayed. They helped rebuild docks. They taught people how to live with fire and steel without fear. At night, Jonah sat beneath Ashara's wing. Warm, safe. You surprised me, she said once. Jonah smiled. You surprised me too. The universe was still cruel, still vast, still dangerous. But one human veteran and one dragon proved something simple. Survival was not about strength alone. Sometimes it was about staying together, and that changed everything. Asterisk.